Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video I will present you my thoughts and my experience with the Garmin FENIX 6 Sapphire after 15 months of usage. If you are a viewer who already saw my comparison between the Garmin 6, 5 and the Huawei, thank you very much for watching that video. I really appreciate that. If you are somebody who's new on the market and you would like to purchase your first fitness tracker, then this video is also for you because I might give you some good insights if Garmin FENIX 6 Sapphire matches your expectations or not. This will not be a description video because there have been countless and countless of uploads with what the Garmin FENIX 6 Sapphire can do, and the capabilities and the maps and the tracking and the sensors and everything. In this video I'm gonna simply tell you in some points how was this watch in the last 15 months, if I'm happy with the purchase still, and if I would buy it again. So please stay tuned and I'm gonna go through the points now with you, and then at the end you can decide if Garmin FENIX 6 Sapphire is the watch for you, or maybe the alternatives are what you would like. So let's start. First of all, I would like to start with the build quality. So I can tell you that I have this watch since 15 months. I purchased it in September 2020. And in that moment it was new. I bought it from Garmin directly and I paid about 600 euro for this watch. Since then, so since September 2020, I have worn this watch daily. So every day, in the night, in the day, out at doing sports, in the gym. So I wore this watch every day. As you can see in this video, it has no trace of usage. This diamond coating that Garmin is using, this DLC, is just wonderful. So like the crown has no signs of wear. The screen, which is sapphire, and the body of the watch, they have absolutely no sign of usage. They have been built very tough. They use a military standard, they said, and I really believe this. This is a watch which from quality standpoint is absolutely spotless. The sapphire is the next strongest material after diamond, so it's quite strong and quite resistant. So far, as you can see from the video, it has absolutely no problem. And another thing about the Garmin quality is the fact that I have changed the bracelet with a new one. It's original, and in 15 months it shows just slightly signs of usage. So the quality of the accessories from Garmin is really good. Next, software. The software on the watch itself, also when you connect it to the Wi-Fi at home, will make the update of the firmware, and then it will just tell you new firmware updated, congratulations. So the firmware is quite good. The app in the phone is also decent, but sometimes it will not show the sleep. I don't know why. Is it a bug or whatever it is? You will not see the sleep summary in the app. I have found a workaround for this sleep widget that you don't see in the app, and you can see below. You basically just go in the watch menu and you go down up to the sleep, you click on it, and then for some reason the sleep from the watch will be updated in the sleep app widget from your phone. So from software perspective, I think it's all good. I think it's dependable. There was like a week or two when the Garmin website wasn't accessible. I think it was hacked or something, but other than that, everything was very good in the last 15 months. So software also very good from Garmin. The next point is battery life and the topic of the charging point. So 15 months later, today, I can tell you that whatever it says on the watch, so 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 10 days, it is true to what it says. If you fully charge it, it will give you 14 days. And if you don't go to have like, I don't know, 1 hour run per day, or like cycling or something that will really require a lot of battery, or if you don't have the pulse oximeter, the SpO2 sensor on the watch active, then it will stay true to the 14 days. So from this perspective, Garmin is really top, and the battery they use on this one is really good. There is also the Garmin 6S, which is a bit smaller for smaller wrists, but here they unfortunately needed to put a smaller battery, so it will be up to a week. That's, let's say, the main difference between them two, apart from the size. The charging point, which I see in a lot of reviews on Amazon and so on, my charging point, as you can see in the video now, it is absolutely dry, it has not oxidated, it's perfectly in order, and it charges without any problems after more than a year. But I should mention that I'm not going to the shower with this watch, and I'm also not going to swim with it, so it doesn't see so much humidity or water. And each time I'm going outside for some sport or for a run or for jogging, when I come home, I wipe the sweat from the watch. I don't leave it there to, I don't know, work with this charging point. So for me, after 15 months, the charging point is spotless, as you can see in the video. The next point would be competition. So I can tell you that the next possible competitor I see for this Garmin FENIX series would be the Polar Grid X Pro. So it's this new released watch from Polar that is around 500 euro retail price. It looks very nice, it's very interesting, it's full with features. Honestly, my first fitness tracker was a Polar RS 100. I have purchased it like 13 years ago from Amazon, and that one was great for taking the pulse and running. So that one was about 60 euro. Now it costs about 500 euros. So they have come up a long way with these differences in pricing for their watches. I have not tried the Polar. I am curious about it. I can tell you one thing. I don't like the shape of the Polar Grid X. So on top, where is the lunette and the watch itself, it's nice, but at the bottom it has this curvy thing and it looks like a toy watch. In my opinion, if you're a Polar lover, sorry if I'm offending you, but the way this watch looks like does not match so much with how I would like to have my fitness tracker. And with this polymer and metal in here, looks more professional, more suitable for an aesthetic watch, let's call it this way, not just fit for the purpose. It's a fitness watch, doesn't matter how it looks like. I also like my watch to look nice, and I think Garmin looks nicer than the Polar Grid X, even if they have, let's say, the similar capabilities. And another thing, the Polar Grid X Pro, which is released now, has an advertised battery life of 7 days, so half of the Garmin. Honestly, 7 days is still decent compared to, I don't know, Apple Watch or like a Samsung that you need to charge it daily. But why would you downgrade from a 2 weeks battery life to 1 week battery life if you already have the Garmin? If you don't have the Garmin and you're on the market to purchase one of those, that's also tricky, because if the prices are similar, why not go with 6 Sapphire? You have double the battery, a nicer design in here, and I don't know, the Polar Grid X Pro is released now. I don't know how the build quality will show in time if it's a watch that is on the par with Garmin, but we'll see. The other, let's say, smart/fitness watches on the market, like the Huawei GT3, the Huawei GT2 Pro, the Samsung watch, the Apple watch and so on, those for me, I tell you honestly, are invisible. They do not interest me at all. Those are some watches which are good if you are into smartwatch gadgets, having all the time a color image coming here with your Instagram post, with your, I don't know, YouTube messages and so on. But for my purpose, to have my vitals shown accurately, to have a long battery time, which is not making me worry where is my charger because in the evening it will be empty and so on. Those things are for me most important. The Huawei, I know that it has a very long battery life, but the build quality is not the same as this one. The features are not quite the same, and yeah, that's why those watches are invisible for me, and Garmin is still the best choice in my opinion if you look at all the options on the market, also from the other producers. Now it's a time when I will tell you also some con, so what I don't really like about this Garmin. This is quite a big watch. As you can see, the difference between the 6 Sapphire and the 6S is quite noticeable. And for my wrist size, which is 19.5 centimeters, the 6 Sapphire looks okay, looks decent. Also with the 6S, I think I could still pull it off and it will still be a nice looking watch. But look here, the bracelet from the 6S is already short and the one from the 6 Sapphire is still quite long. So one thing that I don't really like about the 6 is the fact that due to its size and its thickness, even if it's a light watch, so this is a watch which is quite light, it has 80 grams if I'm not mistaken or something like that, so you don't feel it very much at your wrist, but because you don't feel it so much at your wrist, you will touch the door, you will touch the washing machine door when you put clothes in and out. I have scratched the door from the washing machine countless times, tens of times. Even if I'm saying this time I'm gonna be careful, I hear clank. Also when you go from like a room to another, or you are moving around the house or in the office, sometimes this will touch one door frame because it's quite big, it's quite thick, and the size matched with the fact that it's very light and you basically forget that you have it, sometimes will accidentally make you hit things, hit the door frame or the washing machine door or stuff like this. But that's something else that should tell big words about the build quality of the Garmin, because even if I scratched it tens of times, I have touched tens of times the door frames outside door with the lunette and the screen, it has no trace. So the build quality is absolutely fantastic at this watch, and even if it's a bit too bulky, and that's a con for me, the build quality matches up and you will not scratch it, so that's a good thing in the same time. So now it's the final point and it's the conclusion. If you would like to ask me, would I still buy it now after this whole time? The answer is yes, absolutely. So for me, this is the best choice for a fitness tracker. I don't use the smartwatch functions because I don't need them. It will track my vitals very well, so I'm trusting the sensors in here, the pulse, the oxygen in the blood, the sleeping pattern, the battery from the Garmin, which is nice, the SpO2, like I said, the VO2 to show me my fitness level and everything is accurate, and for my needs Garmin does it better. When I bought it, I purchased it with 600 euros, so 80 euro difference, let's say, from the best price from 15 months ago and the best price from now. So this will tell you that it's so attractive that it will not depreciate so much like other products. So I've seen on eBay the Pro, the 6 Pro and the 6 Sapphire still selling for very close amounts to the original price. So this tells a lot also about the attractivity of this model on the market. So yes, I would still buy it without any problem. And now in the last moments of this video, I will also say that I know that there are some rumors that the FENIX 7 will launch soon. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this new release from Garmin will look like and how it will be packed with options and so on. But honestly, as long as your watch, your 6, your 5, it's still fit for the purpose, the battery is quite decent still and so on, I don't see the reason to purchase the new release. And if I learned something from Garmin over the years is that with the next release, they raise the price with at least €100 or $100 depending where you are. So the 7 might cost up to $1,000 or like €800. Even if it will come packed with new features like, I don't know, the eSIM or like some emergency services and so on, I don't know if it's really worth selling the one you have and buying the newest release, but we'll see when it will appear. I hope this video is useful for you and it will help you choose your next fitness tracker. Thank you for watching. Depending if you watch this before 2022 or after, Happy New Year. Have a great year ahead without this stress of the COVID, and let's hope more optimistic times will come. Thank you for watching and have a great year. Bye bye.